Hello everybody, my name is Nemo and welcome back to the Cockatrice sealed draft. And we are currently 2-1 against Multeyemeteor in the first round of the losers bracket. And you can see me sideboarding here some cards here. So last game I lost against this Izzet deck, which had the Static Castle, which pretty much just walled off my entire team. I really couldn't do anything against it. He was mana screwed and he still won. So I really need to just get rid of my 1 toughness creatures to be able to deal with that. So that's what I'm doing here. I also had the option of bringing in my own Izzet deck, but I think his deck is just better. The only question is if he since he's playing a 3-color deck and I'm not, he has to get his lands. But other than that, if he gets his lands, he's gonna win that matchup. So I don't think that's a good idea. So instead, I'm still playing my Selesnya deck here against him, but without the 1 toughness creatures. I sided out a lot of those and sided in some other creatures which are stronger. May not be like ideal, but at least they won't like not be able to do anything against the Static Caster. I don't know why I tapped my forest there. I think I might have thought I had a 1-drop, but didn't. I don't know. So he's going to play a swamp and pass the turn. Very reminiscent of the previous match. I'll draw my predatory focus there, which is basically a sort of overrun. So it's an interesting card. Rather than giving me bonuses or anything, it just allows me to assign my damage of blocked creatures to his life total. So it's not really unblockable. It doesn't give me +3/+3 or anything. It's just basically a teleportal in green, if you know that card. So it just allows me to basically make my guys unblockable. Not entirely. It's a little bit worse than that, but I mean, it just allows me to Alpha Strike and kill him, and not let his blockers matter, unless he has First Strike. So anyways, I play Common Bond here on my Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage. Both cards are pretty good. That makes my Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage a 4/4 now. So I'm attacking for 4 damage. And those are permanent counters from the Common Bond. So I'll be keeping those on my guy. And he is a permanently now 4/4. So cool stuff. That is a very aggressive start here. Turn 3 attacking for 4 damage is quite good. Especially in draft. So he's going to play a land, and what's going on? Okay, he's going to tap his land and play that Reveler. That's a 2/3 unleash guy, so he can unleash it. He doesn't, and unleash gives it a +1/+1 counter, but any card with unleash on it can't block if it has a +1/+1 counter on it. So he either can make it a 3/4 guy that can block, or he can make it a 2/3 guy that can block. And he chooses to make it a 2/3 guy that can block, as I'm being the aggressor here, which makes him the aggressee. He's going to chump block, in fact. And I think I just play a Kirun here. That would make the most sense. Yep. And yeah, that's where it goes. And I'll end my turn. So I've got the 4/4 Selesnya Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage. And I've got the Kirun, which I can activate and make it a 3/3. So I can potentially attack him for 7 damage here. He's not playing anything, so that's interesting. I would assume he has something for me here. But we'll have to see. I have my Rootborn defenses, so I'm not worried too much. But apparently I am so unworried that I even activate my Kirun here. Even though that means I can't play my Rootborn defense. But I still have the Gather Courage. So if it's something that gives it minus X counters or something stupid like that, then I can still save my guy with Gather Courage. And I think just attacking for 7 there is quite important, because it's just it means he has a lot less options by being at 9 mana, at 9 life here rather than at 12. He plays the Tidewater minion. We've seen it before. It's a 4/4 defender that can do some stuff, which is not always relevant, so we won't discuss books about that. So I'm just looking at my options here. I'll play my Centaur's Herald, and the good news about playing Centaur's Herald is I can just use that as a mana source for Convoke now for Gather Courage, which means I can then also still play Rootborn defenses or make a token, which I guess is the So I can Convoke with Gather Courage here, and then I can still sacrifice my Centaur's Herald to create my free Centaur token. But I guess I could have done that either way, so I don't know why I'm convoking that anyways. But it really doesn't matter, so meh. It doesn't really matter at this point whether I use that or a land as a mana source, but I'm going to just create my Centaur token here, and I don't know why. I guess I'm thinking that it's the end of his turn. Strange but true. So there's me making a Centaur token. Exciting stuff. There it is. And I even realized halfway through, like, why am I not just doing this at this end step? I mean, I could have had Rootborn defenses open, which can give my guys indestructible. So if he played a kill spell on my Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage, I would have been able to react. I must have been a little tired at this point and making a few mistakes. So either way, he was just telling me he wasn't drawing any mountains, and then he draws a mountain. Funny. And he plays the Netherborn Phalanx. Hard to tell. It's a 2/4, and when it comes into play, it deals me damage according to the number of creatures I have. So it deals me 2 damage here, I think, and it has Transmute or something. But that only matters if it's still in his hand, and he played it already. So we don't need to open books and discuss what Transmute does, since it's irrelevant at this point. So here we are. I'm going to attack him. I still have my tricks. I actually don't need to play anything here. I think, there's another one of my mistakes here. I play Rootborn defenses because for some reason I was thinking that his guy had Death Touch. I mean, just look at the art of the thing. It looks like some kind of horror, and horror creatures usually have Death Touch, so I guess I just assumed that it would have Death Touch. I don't know. Which is why I make my guy indestructible here. Because I could have just... I could have just let that have been that and passed the turn over to him, and then I would have had mana open to Rootborn defenses to save my Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage again, if he had any removal. And if not, I could have then used the Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage's ability, because for 4 mana you can populate with Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage as well. So I could have then made my Centaur token that way. I would have had all the options open. So I don't know. I don't know why I played the way I did there. But anyways, he makes me discard here with his Hello Rats. He's at 5 mana, so I discard the Avenging Arrows, because Centaur Healer is another threat. Predatory Focus is probably gonna win me the game here. So I show him this Avenging Arrow, like, here you go, that's what I'm discarding, I take the damage. And he's like, shit, why didn't I lay lands? And I'm, what? Why? What are you talking about? So he has 1 island open here. But as you'll see, he's like, okay, GG. And I'm like, huh? What's going on? But he had a Convoke here, and he would have been able to play Convoke. And the thing is, he thought that I was actually playing Avenging Arrow on his Hello Rats after it dealt me damage from discarding me something. But in reality, I was discarding the Avenging Arrow. So, a slight miscommunication there. So he thought that I was, So he shows me his hand, which means I now know that he has a counterspell in his hand that he's going to be able to play. And that kind of changes the situation here, because again, I have this predatory focus in hand. Now, here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. So, I can now just activate my Selesnya key rune and attack, and that would kill him. Because he would only be able to block 2 of my creatures. Because I know exactly what's in his hand. I could have also played Predatory Focus, in case he has some removal spell. Then that might have been a better move. But since I know he has a counterspell, it's a better move to just activate my key rune here. So, I mean, I didn't know. Like, I would not have known which of the two to play around, a removal spell or a counterspell. So, and I think I would have just played Predatory Focus, because I like big green Stompy decks to play their big green Stompy spells and to go for the overrun options. And Predatory Focus is kind of like an overrun type card, so I would have just gone with that, because I like going for the overkill in green decks. So I think that's what I would have done. So long story short, I just say, you know what, we wouldn't have known, but go ahead and counterspell my Predatory Focus. I would have probably played that. So I mean, I could have just taken the victory here. But I decided, I mean, I hate losing or winning on a technicality. So it's just a pet peeve of mine. And honestly, I care more about that than winning, apparently. So I let him just survive this turn by being able to counterspell my Predatory Focus, rather than just going for lethal, since I know what's in his hand. Since he showed it to me, thinking that the game was over. But anyways, so he does have the chump block here, and he only has his 1 creature. So, I mean, he's at 2 life. The odds of him coming back aren't that big. I'm at 15. Still have the Centaur healer as well. He's going to steal my creature though. And give it a +2/+0, I guess. So he steals my Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage. And now he can attack for 8 damage here, taking me down to 7 life. But that's still not even close to killing me. Yep, 7. That's still not even close to killing me. So there was really no chance for him here to still stabilize out of this predicament, regardless of how it would have been played. And we'll never know. We'll never know what I would have played, but I think I was planning to play the Predatory Focus anyway. And, you know, I'm a good guy. That's just me. So anyways, I take the victory here, which means that he gets knocked out of the tournament, and I move on up to round 2 of the loser's bracket. He shows me what's in his hand was a Viashino Fangtail. And I'm going to just show him my hand as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. That is me defeating Multeyemeteor and moving on up to round number 2 in the loser's bracket. So we'll see that next on the Ravnica draft. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And my name's been Nemo. My name will still be Nemo next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.